Welcome everyone to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue in the kitchen today. It is another scorcher outside, but this is Tips on Tuesday, and I have a small one for you. And if you look at this little video right now, it's only one, but where there's one, there's many. All right, that's a sugar ant. It's the season. I get them all year, and they are quite a nuisance. They don't cause many problems, except for they're all over my kitchen counter. But this is the time of year, and of course, doesn't help when you have trays of tomatoes and produce and everything sitting all over your kitchen, and you're trying to process all of this food as it comes in at a very rapid pace. Eventually, you are going to get little insects that are going to find their way in for food. I live in an older home. I don't know actually how old it is. It's over 50 years old. And there are cracks and spots in the foundation or in the walls that we don't know about and are very difficult to plug up to stop these little insects from invading our home. So have to look for other ways of getting rid of them or discouraging them from coming in. So I have found a way of not permanently getting rid of these, but as their population ebbs and flows, I can slow down the growth of this sugar ant population, and I do it very naturally. And I'd like to let you in on that secret. And I have a mix, and this is a pretty natural mix, and it's made with pretty much household ingredients. And what the ant does is they feed on this and take it back to their nest and share it with everybody there. And it's not good for their system, and they die. And so they do go away, but there's always some that come back after a while. So I have this out for them to enjoy because it is made with sugar, and that's an attractant for them. So, but what the main ingredient is borax. This is such an old product. I remember my grandmother using this mostly in the laundry, but according to the package, it's for tile and grout and sinks and pots and pans and cleaning, microwave and stainless steel, garbage pails, all sorts of different things. And this is what we're going to use, and this is what is the ingredient that they'll take back to the nest. So, but we do need some ingredients that attract them to take this back to the nest and have them share it with their other nestmates. And one ingredient, as I said, is sugar. It's a very, very simple list of ingredients. Start with a jar. Now, this isn't a mason jar, and I'm just using an old jar that I can't can with this because it's not a mason jar. So I'm just going to be using this. It starts with 1/2 cup of sugar. After the 1/2 cup of sugar, you're going to need 1/4 cup of this borax. And next is 1 cup of water, and I heated up 1 cup of water. This is just going to help dissolve that sugar. This is all that's involved in making our little concoction. Stir it up, make sure that the sugar is totally dissolved along with that borax. Might take a little while. I have a lid, one of these all-purpose lids. Gonna let this set a little while just so it totally dissolves. And I know it's not gonna separate out. So in the meantime, let me hit you with a few other items that you need for this, setting this ant trap. So I saved these lids, you know, they're, I don't know what, this one particularly came, oh, this one there was a cheese, a marinated cheese in this one. And then, oh, some of these other lids that I frankly do not can with, but they're low enough. You're going to want the ant to crawl up and over and into this mixture, which we're going to pour in here. Now I'm going to give those ants just a little bit of help by sticking a cotton ball in here, or two, and then they can kind of crawl up the side and into and onto that saturated cotton ball and get a drink of this lovely concoction. So I have another one here that I've mixed up, and this one I keep under my sink, and for any occasion where I see these little critters and I figure I need to get rid of them. So all I have to do is pour it into my little lid here and let these cotton balls soak up all of that bait right there. You might have to add on a little bit more. You're going to put these in locations where there is what is called an ant trail. Ants usually go exploring, and they put down pheromones that is kind of like a scent trail, so they can follow that back to their nest. So you're going to put these where you see them, and it's usually against a wall. In particular, mine I put by my sink, right along the window, under the window, by the sink, and then I also put one on the floor of the cabinet underneath the sink. As the cotton balls soak this up, you're going to have to top this reservoir, and then I like to push those to the outside edge to give those little ants just a little encouragement to come in. Okay, that may take a couple minutes for those cotton balls to soak up that sugary, syrupy mix of attractant. And when they're all soaked up, I'm going to stage them in different areas. And you're going to be seeing ants continually for another couple days. Now, try as I might, I will not squish them. I will want them to enjoy this sugary little treat and take it back to the nest. And hopefully, I'm going to cut down that population in their nest so they won't come on back in. But always be on a lookout for more and more, maybe in a few months when they get their numbers back up and they go looking for food again, because I don't know where they're coming in. So this is Tips on Tuesday, how to get rid of sugar ants, at least temporarily get rid of sugar ants. So thanks for following along. If you like this, thumbs up. If you have another way of getting rid of sugar ants that's not invasive, it's not so toxic for humans and pets, leave a comment down below and let me know, and maybe I'll give that a try too. This seems to work very well for me. So thanks for following along again. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. And until the next time that we can go digging in the dirt or mixing up potions in the kitchen. Bye now.